My dear son, my dear daughter, it was no coincidence that you made it here. I myself brought you with cords of love, with invisible ties of mercy, because I have something to tell you that will transform the way you see everything you're going through. Yesterday, when you went to bed in silence, with a heavy heart, you cried out to me. Even though you didn't use audible words, even though no one else heard you, I did. I was there. And now that I have your attention, I ask you, in whom have you placed your trust? In whom are you placing your hope? I see how your heart has grown weary, how your faith has been shaken, and how you sought refuge in things and people that cannot sustain you. You've tried to stay strong on your own. You've wanted to control everything your way, but you're getting tired. You were not created to carry it all by yourself. I am your God, your refuge, your strong tower, and today I come to remind you that in me lies your true hope. Do not forget what is written in my word in Romans. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. I am that God. I am the one who brings hope when everything seems lost. I am the one who can fill your soul with joy even in the midst of the storm. I am the one who can give you peace, not the peace of the world that depends on circumstances, but mine, the one that surpasses all understanding. My peace anchors you. My peace sustains you. I know you've asked for proof of my love. I know your heart, wounded by human disappointments, has begun to wonder if I am still with you, if I still care. But today, with a clear and firm voice, I tell you, stop trusting in man. Do not place your security in human promises, in inconsistent affections, in systems that fail. Trust only in me, in your God who does not change, who does not forget, who does not grow tired. People may fail you, but I will never leave you. What today seems like silence on my part is actually a deep movement of my hand, working behind the curtain, preparing something greater than you can imagine. You must know I am always by your side, even when you don't feel me. I am closer than you think. I have never stopped walking with you, not for a single day. Imagine me as your unbreakable shield, surrounding you with my powerful wings of favor, unlimited and full of deep compassion. Nothing escapes my control. What you are experiencing is not the end. It is only a transition towards something better. Listen closely. Tomorrow you will be surprised. Yes, tomorrow, because I am removing something from your life that you do not need, something you thought was essential but was actually holding you back, distracting you, or even contaminating you. I am pruning it carefully, like a gardener trims a plant so it can grow stronger. And though it hurts now, later you will understand. Later you will praise me. That's why today I ask you one thing. Stay with me. Don't turn off this message. Don't walk away from my voice, because if you listen to the end, you will understand my purpose. I will speak to you clearly, exhort you with love, encourage you with power, but you need to be willing to let me in, to give me that burden you carry, to surrender and trust me fully. You have not yet seen what I have prepared for you. But if you choose to believe, if you choose to wait on me, I assure you that what's coming will exceed your expectations. What is coming is not defeat, but victory, not loss, but restoration, not sorrow, but joy. This is what the Lord says. Listen closely, because I don't want this moment to pass you by. This word I give you today is not a coincidence, nor a matter of luck. It is my voice speaking to you with tenderness, firmness, and eternal purpose. I have been seeking you. I've been gently knocking on the door of your heart, waiting for the moment when you would pause to hear me with an open soul. This is that moment. Do not ignore it. Today I come to cover you with my glory, with my peace, and with my presence. Walk in confidence, for the victory is already yours. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can prevail against the one I myself have guarded. So it shall be, for I, the Lord, have declared it with eternal authority. There is no plan of the enemy that can frustrate what I have determined for you. There is no word from man that can cancel the blessing I have already released over your life. Each day, I reveal my infinite love through many beautiful ways made especially for you. When you see the sunrise, when you feel the embrace of someone who loves you, when you come across a word of encouragement at just the right moment, that is me showing you that you are not alone. Even in moments when everything seems dark, when the future feels uncertain, I am still speaking to you, guiding you, and caring for every detail, because I love you with a love that does not change, that does not weaken, that does not depend on your performance but flows from my very nature. When life brings you challenges, let my peace and tenderness heal your heart and soul. I do not want you to face your battles with fear. I want you to walk with the assurance that I am with you, that I go before you, that nothing escapes my sovereignty. Feel my comforting embrace surrounding you. I am covering you, protecting you with my wings like a father who does not let harm come near his child. Remember that you are destined to overcome every trial, because I have not made you weak. I formed you with strength, with resilience, with a spirit that reflects my own. I see the faith you hold in your heart. Even when you think it is small, I treasure it deeply. That faith that keeps you from giving up, that lifts you up time and time again, pleases me. It brings me immense joy to see that you still trust in me, even when your circumstances don't seem favorable. Connecting with you daily fills me with joy, knowing that you value my promises and keep them close to your soul. When you meditate on them, when you repeat them, you are building a solid foundation for your life. You are giving me more space to work within you with greater power. My heart is warmed when I hear you speak my promises. When I see you bowed in sincere prayer before me without masks, without pretense, I know I am at work there. In that secret place where no one else sees you, I meet you. And through those sincere actions, you will witness how miracles unfold in your life. They won't be isolated events, but a divine sequence of testimony after testimony, each one a sign of our unbreakable bond. As your faith grows, it becomes stronger and more resilient. Your prayers gain strength and confidence. They are no longer just words. They become spiritual declarations filled with powerful certainty. You know that I hear you, and that conviction pleases my soul because you understand your prayers are never in vain. I am attentive. I listen even to what you cannot put into words. Every thought, every desire, every sigh, I receive them with love and readiness to respond. This unshakable devotion deeply moves me. It strengthens the special connection we share. It's a bond stronger than any circumstance. And though life may present challenges that test your faith, remember your heart remains anchored in my eternal word. That is your security. That is your rock. That is why I invite you to make time with me your daily priority, not because I need it, but because you do. Because I am more essential than any task, any goal, any obligation you face. In my presence you will find direction, peace, joy, and renewed strength. Do not neglect those precious moments of stillness and reflection. Offer me your sincere faith, your time, your attention, and everything you hold in your heart. What may seem small to you is sacred to me. Keep your dreams clear, don't let go of them. I have seen them too. I long for them as well, and I want to see them fulfilled with you. With your faith and my divine power, imagine the incredible wonders we can achieve together. What is impossible for the world will become a testimony of my faithfulness in your life. This message is especially for you. I know that recent doubts have clouded your hope. I know you felt as if your prayers may not be heard, but I want you to know with complete certainty that I always listen to you. Even in your moments of silence, even when you don't know what to say, I am there, attentive, loving you, supporting you with every whisper of your heart. Your dreams matter to me. Your desires align perfectly with mine when you seek me sincerely. Do not give up. I am at work, and what's coming is greater than you can imagine. You've walked difficult paths, and I've been there every step of the way, even when you didn't realize it. Every stretch of that road, every long and quiet night, every tear shed in secret has not gone unnoticed by my eyes. My presence has been as close to you as the air you breathe. In those moments when you thought you were alone, I was carrying you in my arms. The weariness you feel is not unknown to me. I understand the weight of your thoughts, the anxiety that tries to overwhelm you, and the relentless questions swirling in your mind. I have not ignored a single one. There are things you don't understand right now, processes that seem senseless, doors that closed without explanation, and paths that once felt secure but changed direction. All of it has had a purpose. Not because I take pleasure in your suffering, but because every situation I have allowed has served as a tool to shape you, strengthen your character, purify your faith, and prepare you for what I have designed since before you were born. Even though it has hurt, even though it has felt like you were moving backward, you have actually been advancing toward a glorious destiny. I have allowed some people to leave your life not because they appeared bad, but because their presence was stalling the growth I'm bringing forth within you. Some relationships were necessary for a season, but they no longer belong to the next chapter I am writing for you. Don't cling to what no longer carries life. Look with spiritual eyes at what I am doing. Trust the shaping of your path, even when it feels unfamiliar. Everything has been orchestrated with deep intention and eternal vision. Though the journey has challenged you, it has never been outside of my care. I'm building something beautiful in you, something enduring, something sacred. Continue forward with faith, because I am not done with you. In fact, I am just getting started. I am removing what no longer builds you up, what distracts you, what weakens your focus. And in doing so, I'm clearing the ground so that my promises may manifest without hindrance or contamination. There is no loss I cannot use for my glory. There is no pain I cannot turn into a living testimony. The brokenness you have felt will become the foundation upon which I will raise a new structure of purpose, conviction, and power. Even your deepest wounds, the ones you've hidden for so long, I am touching with my healing balm. I am the healer. I am restoring you from the deepest parts of your being, and in the right time, what now seems like ruins will be restored with beauty only I can create. I cover you with my glory, my peace, and my presence. This covering does not break. It does not weaken. It does not fade. It is constant, firm, and secure. Under my shadow you can live without fear. No plan of the enemy has access where my light resides. Walk with confidence, for victory has already been established. Nothing can prevail against the one I have guarded. This has been determined in my eternal counsel, and no one can revoke what I have declared. Daily I manifest my love in ways you may not always recognize. I am in the simple, in the small, in the everyday. I am in the smile of a stranger, in a song that comes at the perfect time, in the message that touches your heart unexpectedly. I am in every detail, because I delight in blessing you in ways only you can truly understand. Those unique expressions made just for you are my way of reminding you how deeply I love you. When exhaustion overwhelms you, and challenges try to steal your hope, let my peace be your refuge. That peace is not based on the absence of problems but on the certainty of my presence. Let my tenderness heal the broken parts of your soul. Breathe deeply and know that I am the one who sustains you, who covers you, who never leaves your side. Surrender into my arms, and you will know what it is to live without fear. Every time you turn to my word and meditate on it sincerely, you allow it to penetrate deeply into your memory. The truths you repeat in your mind not only strengthen you, they also open spiritual doors. Faith is not just an emotion, it is a living connection with me. When you remember my promises, when you claim them and proclaim them, heaven moves in your favor. Your constant devotion has not gone unnoticed. Every time you stopped to speak to me even when you had no strength, every prayer you made, even when you felt unheard, had been treasured. Nothing has been lost. Everything has been recorded, and my response will come not always as you expect, but always at the perfect time. I am more interested in forming you than in temporarily pleasing you, because what I am developing in you is eternal. Do not fear the process. Challenges are not signs of abandonment, but of formation. I am personally training your spirit, making it stronger, more mature, more capable of carrying the glory that is coming. Everything you've lived through has prepared you to sustain what I'm about to release, but there can be no mixture. The new requires a new vessel. That is why I have been cleansing, removing, purifying, and sanctifying. Set time aside for me not out of obligation, but from desire. Let each day include a space where the world quiets and only my voice resounds. I am more essential than any other activity. I am your source. When you connect with me, everything in your life aligns, even what appears chaotic. Do not underestimate those moments of stillness. It is there that miracles are forged. Guard your dreams with care. Do not allow fear to steal them. Do not bury them just because you have not seen immediate fulfillment. I placed them within you, and I long to see them come to life. Together, through your active faith and my eternal power, we will witness wonders. Yes, wonders. Things you cannot yet imagine but that are closer than you think. Even if you felt your prayers go unheard, I want you to know with certainty, every word from your lips, every thought directed toward me has been received with attention and love. No prayer goes ignored. Every whisper of your heart has reached my throne. I bend down to hear you, and I am at work. Your dreams matter to me not because they make you great, but because they reveal your heart. And I honor sincere hearts, just desires, and noble hopes that are aligned with mine. Don't stop. The work continues, and I am with you until everything is fulfilled. In the silence of your deepest thoughts, I have planted seeds of purpose that are now beginning to awaken. Even when you're not aware of it, I have been working in the most hidden areas of your being, shaping your inner self with divine precision. Not everything happening in your life is visible in the moment, but nothing I allow is without direction. I have orchestrated time with perfect wisdom, and every lived moment, even those that seem empty or difficult, forms part of a greater design that your eyes cannot yet fully see. I have been working in the invisible where your natural eyes cannot reach, but where my spirit fills everything. While you thought nothing was happening, I was actually building walls of protection around you, removing spiritual obstacles, redirecting unseen paths, and positioning key people for the stage that is about to unfold. The process has been deeper than you imagine. It's not just about external circumstances. I am reshaping your inner being, because that is where true power is born, the kind that transforms and advances. Many times, you've felt a heavy weight on your soul without understanding its source, but it was my loving hand purifying your thoughts, revealing hidden intentions, and uprooting ancient fears buried beneath layers of false strength. You weren't punishment with preparation. Every difficult emotion you faced was an invitation to surrender more deeply to my will. Through every situation, I've been training you to trust not in what you see, but in what I have spoken. Remember, I did not call you to a life of superficial comfort, but to one of eternal impact. There are destinies that cannot be reached without going through the fire, not to destroy you, but to form you, not to break you without reason, but so you may shine with greater brilliance. I am refining your character, not so the world may see perfection, but so you may be useful in my hands. At times, the distance you feel from your surroundings is my way of drawing you closer to my presence and away from the voices that once guided your path. Many have given opinions about your life, some well-meaning, others from a place of misunderstanding, but understand this: the only voice with the authority to define your future is mine. I have written your story, and no man, no matter how powerful or wise, can rewrite what I have sealed. You are not the sum of your mistakes, nor are you condemned by the limits of your past. You are under the guidance of a grace that restores, lifts, and offers new opportunities with each sunrise. I have not forgotten what I promised you in the days when your heart burned with faith. What I revealed to your spirit in intimacy still stands. It has not expired. Though time has passed and the results seem distant, my word remains. Unlike human promises, mine do not fade with time, they mature. And when the time is right, they manifest with power. I am not limited by your calendars or clocks. I move in eternity, and everything I do is perfect in its time. Trust in that timing. Trust in my process. What I've begun in you will be completed, not in your strength, but in the fullness of my purpose. You are now being repositioned subtly, without noise. I am placing you exactly where you need to be. New roles, new responsibilities, and new opportunities will open up not by human effort, but because I will prepare them. You won't have to force doors open or manipulate situations. I will be the one to lift you up when the time is fulfilled. In the meantime, I invite you to walk in faithfulness, not seeking recognition but obedience. For in obedience, there is provision, and in humility, there is exaltation. Those who underestimated you will see my work in you not as vengeance, but as a testimony that my power is made perfect in weakness. You don't need to defend yourself. I will be your defender. You don't have to prove your worth. I am the one who affirms you. What I will raise you up to do will be evident. You won't have to convince anyone. Your fruit will speak louder than your words. Those who judged you will witness what only my hand could accomplish. Days of revelation are coming. I will show you what was once hidden. I will give you discernment to distinguish between truth and deception, between the divine and the merely human. You will no longer walk in confusion. I am opening your spiritual eyes to see the full picture. You will no longer be at the mercy of your emotions. I will give you wisdom that surpasses common understanding, so you may make decisions aligned with my will. Your surroundings will shift not because everything instantly falls into place, but because your perspective will be transformed. What once seemed impossible will now appear as an opportunity. Where you once saw walls, you will now see pathways. I do not simply change your circumstances, I change the way you see them. I give you heavenly vision, so you may live according to my eternal design rather than in fear of the present moment. Today I remind you that nothing is outside of my control. The situation you face is not an obstacle for me. On the contrary, it is the perfect stage for my power to be revealed. I do not require favorable conditions to act, only your willingness, and I have already seen it in you. I have watched how, in secret, you chose to keep believing, and that silent, steady, and unwavering faith moves me to act with power. Stay firm, not out of obligation, but from revelation. The truth I've shown you sustains you, and what I am about to do will be so clear, so evident, so glorious that you will know with absolute certainty that it was me. You won't need to ask whether it was my hand, because it will be undeniable. You will see it, and all will see it. There are moments when the soul longs for answers that seem not to arrive, and the heart feels suspended between hope and uncertainty. In the midst of the silence surrounding you, I have been speaking not with noise, but with a deep peace that transcends words. You've been waiting for signs, seeking confirmations, but what I have been building within you does not require grand external displays to hold value. What is true is born in secret, shaped in hidden places, and strengthened through patience. I've been deepening your roots, because what I am about to raise with you needs a foundation that will not bend to the winds of time or the storms to come. What you perceive as delay is actually the careful work of my spirit, forming maturity, integrity, and resilience within you. The slowest processes are the most precious because they endure. What is built in haste crumbles easily, but what I raise cannot be destroyed. I am allowing you to go through stages that require you to see beyond appearances. This is not a time to seek immediate gratification, but eternal depth. There are treasures only discovered when one dares to remain faithful even without applause, even when circumstances aren't favorable. And you have continued forward. Your perseverance has not gone unnoticed. I have seen you choose what is right in silence, without expecting a reward. That kind of obedience multiplies my favor. You often desire fullness all at once, but I am teaching you to enjoy the journey, to find joy along the way, and to understand the value of every season. There is beauty even in waiting when you learn to depend on me without anxiety. Anxiety is born when you rely on your strength. Peace is born when you trust in my guidance, and I have promised to lead you. Even when the path narrows, I am there. When clarity is lost, I am the one holding your hand, not so you understand everything immediately, but so you trust the one who leads you. Many of the things you thought were setbacks were actually redirections. I kept you from paths that would have taken you away from your purpose. I closed doors you wanted open because I could see what you could not. Though it hurt at first, in time you'll understand it was my protection, not rejection. Not everything that is lost is a defeat. Sometimes, losing is the greatest form of being preserved. I am teaching you to live with discernment, to recognize what comes from me, and to distinguish it from what only appears good. Decisions you once made from emotion, you'll now make with wisdom. You are being spiritually equipped, even when you don't realize it. You are growing within. You are no longer who you once were, and that is something to celebrate. You are moving forward, even if the world does not see it. I see it, and that is enough. What is coming will not be temporary. It will not be a fleeting emotion or a brief season of excitement. What is coming is part of an eternal covenant, sealed by faithfulness and confirmed by obedience. I brought you here with purpose, not to entertain you with words, but to position you in truth. I called you, formed you, protected you, and now I am propelling you forward. There is no turning back, only advancement, because what I have begun, I will finish.